Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Kamen Rider Sound Core ID Set 01 from Kamen Rider Geats. And this is basically just a set of two core IDs, but now they have phrases from the characters in them. So we have the one for Geats and the one for Tycoon in this first set. Front of the packaging here looks pretty cool. Up here, it has the big done over Geats. This has to do with they included a couple Desired Grand Prix wish cards, and so Geats has been granted, Tycoon's has not, and this is the text that's going to appear on the card. So we'll see that more in a moment. Down here, just your usual warnings. The watch batteries are included, which is always nice. Over here, again, just showing you the contents. You have the two core IDs, and then you have the two cards. And then over here, just some more warnings and whatnot. And then this is just showing you that you push them in to get the phrases. And that's pretty much it. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Let's go ahead and get everything out of the box here, and we'll take a closer look. Here is everything that is included. We will start with the two Desire Grand Prix wish cards. So they kind of have this nice, holofoil for the gold. They're not the fanciest thing in the world, but they're perfectly fine. So they just have the Desire Grand Prix logo here on the side, got the black and the white cut at the diagonal, and then you have this gold trim. Over here we have the Wish. Now this one is Tycoon's, and I can tell that because his has never been granted. This one is Geats, and it has the big done stamp on it because he won and his was granted. So yeah, they're a neat little thing to have, but they don't really do anything. They're just kind of a little prop type thing, and just something else they could throw into this box to add a little bit more value, I guess. Here are the two sound core IDs, and as you can see, they are thicker than your normal core IDs, so I would say maybe not twice as thick, maybe 1.5 times, something like that. I also think it's interesting that this has the piece kind of all the way at the top, while this is down here and then this much sticks out. And I'm assuming that's because obviously the same amount has to go into the driver, so that's why they did it that way. But they're really not much different when you're just kind of looking at it from the front. To activate these, you have to actually kind of grab on and lift this part off. And then this is where the tab is going to be to pull out to activate the batteries. And you can see the two batteries inside there. And then this is just going to clip back on. So pretty much anytime you take this on or off, you're going to activate it. But there is his first phrase. Each of these has 15 phrases, so we'll just run through these pretty quick. It's kind of hard to determine where the speaker is. I'm thinking it's somewhere on the sides here, but I'm not 100% sure. I think that's the last one. Yeah, so we're back around. So basically how it works is if we take this piece off again, there's just a little button here on the back. It's actually two, and that's what's setting off the sound. So all this is really doing is kind of sitting in these little pieces here, going to these little channels here. And then it just kind of clips on, and then when you're pushing this in, it's depressing the buttons, but then the buttons have enough spring in them to pop it back out. So that's really all that's going on here. Yeah, that's pretty much it for him. Tycoon's very similar. The way it is constructed is the same. You have to pop this piece off again to pull the tab out. And then he's got his own 15 phrases. I think that's it. Oh no, that was it. So we're back around there. So they each have 15 phrases, and they're decent little phrases. I think Keiwa's are a little bit more fun. I like the boost buckle one. I think that's my favorite one for him. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They do have one other thing you can do if you hold it down. They'll say Henshin. And that's basically it. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and bring out the Desire Driver, and we'll play with them a little bit here. So just so you can see how they fit in here a little bit, you absolutely do not need the Desire Driver to get all of the sounds out of these. But of course they do fit in here, so I just wanted to show how they fit. So again, it's almost impossible to pop this in without activating a sound. So this is still doing the normal entry sound, but then you're also going to hear Geats saying something as well. So you can see how much more they stick out of there. So again, just to show the difference. That's pretty flush, I would say even slightly recessed. And that sticks out quite a bit. From the looking on from the front, not that big a deal. So let's go ahead, let's just try something. We'll throw Magnum on here. So So it doesn't really do anything like being in the driver or having transformed or anything. Doesn't do anything additional. If you hit the button, you're still just going to cycle through the phrases. So I was kind of hoping, like, not that it would have a reader or anything like that, because I knew that wasn't happening, but maybe just like when you first connected it, maybe there was a special phrase after it would say entry, or maybe after you transformed it would have a phrase or something. I mean, it's nice that you can do the Henshin, but I don't know. I was just expecting a little more. I don't know why. I shouldn't have been, but I have to say I'm a little disappointed. It's just not that exciting, honestly. It's just a little sound box. That's really all it is. It happens to fit in the driver, but it doesn't really have compatibility with the driver in the way that the driver doesn't know that it's in there. It doesn't know, you know, that you've transformed or anything like that. So again, I don't know what I was expecting, and I don't even know how they would do it, but it would have been neat if there was some way that, you know, it could tell. But again, this is just sitting in here and it's depressing a button. So there's really no way for this to know, you know what I mean? Like there's no way for these two to talk to each other. Let's put it that way. So I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah, just a little lackluster. And we'll throw Tycoon in here real quick. Why not? And just in case you couldn't really hear it over everything. So, again, he could shout out Henshin. So it's a neat little set. Is it absolutely necessary? Probably not. I mean, at the end of the day, they're just little sound boxes. They happen to fit inside the driver, but they're not really directly compatible with it. And I know that's how the Core IDs have always been. It's just a piece of plastic depressing a button and giving you the entry sound. It would have been neat if they had done some kind of pin system so it could tell which Core ID was inserted. But that was never the case, so it's not really reasonable to think these would be any different. It just would have been neat if there was some way that it could know you were transforming or something like that. But again, there's no way for the belt to talk to these, so that's really not a reasonable request. It just would have been neat. But yeah, they're just little sound boxes. If you just want, a little thing that has 15 phrases from your favorite character, go for it. I mean, do you need to collect all these? Probably not. If you didn't, if you missed out on a Core ID, like say maybe the Tycoon campaign, you were never able to get that one, so maybe pick up this set so you at least have some version of Tycoon's Core ID, or if you have a favorite rider, get the set that rider is included in. Unfortunately for me, I've already pre-ordered all of them, so I guess I'm just going to keep going with these, but I don't know. They're just a little lackluster. These little cards, again, they're neat. They don't really do much for me. But maybe, if you have like a shelf, it might be something cool to put in the back of the shelf for the display purpose. But I don't know. At the end of the day, they don't really do anything for me. And they're just there. But they're kind of cool. But I don't need them. But just kind of how I feel about this whole set. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.